the frolics, then it all goes wrong, because have a look who's here, have a look who's back, giving us his Christmas tips, looking very festive, I must say. It's former Tottenham and Wimbledon defender and friend of the show, Chris Perry. Good morning, Chris. Happy Christmas to you, mate.
Thank you very much. Merry Christmas to you. Nice to see you got in the Christmas spirit with your jumper, yeah?
I'm going to a Christmas barn dance tonight, and
Lovely.
I thought I have to get into the Christmas spirit with the barn dance. But look, this is a musical jumper as well.
It is. If I press a little button on here, it does start playing a little tune.
Isn't that nice? Let's hope well, this is the man who... Stop it now. Can you stop it?
I can't stop it.
Oh, no. It's not going on. Okay, this is the man who said to me last week you couldn't pick any winners because it was cold. And now you're surrounded by snowmen.
I've warmed myself up.
Yeah, well,
I've warmed myself up. I've got the warmest jumper on in the world. It's like an oven in here.
So we expect winners for you to get your Christmas money get your Christmas money back, and it's a festive fun, like I say, bumper edition here on the Boxing Day fixtures. And we're going to start off with the 12:45 game. It's live on Sky. Chelsea are at home to West Ham in the North End in London derby. Chelsea very short favourites, 1-3. Surely 1-3 shots mean you're all over that Christmas time.
I do think Chelsea will win. I wouldn't take the 1-3. I think there's other ways to go here. I think Chelsea unbeaten in their last 9 on Boxing Day. They've obviously won their 8 games at home this season. 6 of those 8 victories have been to nil, so I think that's where you have to go. Chelsea to win to nil at 6-5 in this one.
It was 0-0 last year. Sam Allardyce famously was accused of parking the West Ham bus. I think they're going to do similar. I think he's going to go a bit more adventurous this time. He's going to have 9 men behind the ball probably.
Yeah, but I think they've got a little bit more of a threat up front now, and they're playing with a little bit more verve and a little bit more flair. So I think they'll try and attack and try and score a goal. They've got that threat now. And if they do that, Chelsea will
hit them on the
win the game.
Chelsea's last 4 Premier League wins have all been to nil, kept clean sheets in 5 of their last 6 Premier League games. So I do like, again, I think Chris is absolutely right. I think the win to nil for Chelsea, and what price have we got on that one? It's around about
6-5.
Yeah, I think that's a great bet, much better bet than back in the 1-3 on Chelsea to win it. What are we going to go for double bubble then? What do you fancy here?
Double bubble again. I think Diego Costa missed a sitter in the game the other night, but I fancy him to come back and score goals. Costa first goal scorer 5-2.
No surprise, 1-3 shot tipped up by Chris Perry. Diego Costa 5-2 favourites tipped up by Chris Perry. Doesn't matter what time of year it is, summer, winter, spring, Christmas, you can always rely on the favourite backer, Mr. Perry, being back in form. Just remember, if you do play on the first goal scorer and your goal scorer does score inside the first 20 minutes, BoyleSports will double the odds on that winning selection. So it'll be a very nice festive bonus. I'm going to go for Fabregas, you know. Yeah. I think it's Hazard might not play. Fabregas might play in a more advanced role. He did score against Stoke, and I'm looking for something a little bit more enticing for money. I'm not going for the short price favourites. Talking of short price favourites, we go to 3 o'clock, BT Sport this time. Manchester United, they're in at home action at Old Trafford against Newcastle. Last season, David Moyes, Manchester United suffered a 1-0 defeat. Will we see a similar result, Chris?
No, we won't.
Favourite again. Lovely. Here we go.
We won't. Man United are absolutely on a roll at the moment. They've only lost 1 of 20 games in the Premier League on Boxing Day. They've won their last 10 at Old Trafford on Boxing Day, and I think that will continue.
They've only lost 1 in their last 12 currently as well. They are red-hot favourites at 4-11. But Newcastle, they are a streaky side. They won that winning run of 6 games where everyone said they're going to be in the Europa League. And now, 3 games, 3 defeats, looking shaky at the back, and Pardew's again been talked about losing his job, and they've been talked about as relegation candidates.
Well, I don't think they're relegation candidates. I think they'll finish comfortably mid-table, but I think this is a step too far for them at the moment. Man United, obviously, 7 games unbeaten at home, won the last 4. I think Man United again here to win to nil at 11-8 is a decent bet.
11-8 Man United to win to nil. There has been some very one-sided wins for Manchester United in this fixture. 3-0, 6-0, 5-1s. But you don't fancy many goals?
I don't actually. I fancy under 2.5 here. I think Man United will win this game 2-0. I think under 2.5 at 13-10 I quite fancy.
Oh, I'm all over the over 2.5. That's the best Christmas news I could have hoped for this year and for the next year. I'll tell you what, I've written to Santa already and all my wishes have come true. Chris Perry has disagreed with me on this game. Woo, get in. Okay, not a live game, but a very interesting one as well. It's going to be on Boxing Day again at 3 o'clock. Is Liverpool's visit to Burnley. Now, Liverpool, not for me at all. They got a 2-2 draw against Arsenal. They beat a Bournemouth reserve side. I think they're a long way from the finished article, but yet they're odds on for this, and I think it's a tricky one.
It is a tricky one, but I mean, they've been giving away Christmas presents all year with Simon Mignolet in goal, and with the festive season, maybe they'll do it again. Luckily for them this year, they haven't got Jimmy Traore to gift the game to Burnley, so you never know. I think Liverpool will actually win this game.
Odds on favourites again.
Odds on favourite, but again, I'm not going that way. I think Liverpool can see goals. Burnley have started to find a way of scoring goals. Danny Ings, Ashley Barnes have scored in the last couple of games. I fancy both teams to score and Liverpool to win here at 11-4.
Burnley unbeaten in their last 4 games, though. That's the stat you've got to be looking at for me. Liverpool away from home, pretty shocking, though, aren't they, as well?
They aren't very good. I mean, but they do beat teams down in the bottom 3. They beat Leicester away from home, and I fancy them to go and beat Burnley as well.
What would be your best bet in this one, then, Chris?
My best bet on this one, I think, is, as I say, both teams to score, Liverpool to win the game.
Twice in one show. Under 2.5 goals for me. I don't fancy many goals. I always also think no goal scorer is a big runner here. But if he were playing the double bubble and looking for a goal scorer,
the double bubble. Raheem Sterling, first goal scorer, 7-2.
Another favourite, another tip. Chris Perry so far has gone for Chelsea, 1-3. Diego Costa favourites. Manchester United at 4-11. You didn't give us a double bubble there. What would it be?
The double Rooney.
Oh, another
3. He's not actually the favourite. I think you'll find that.
Second-ish favourite. And Liverpool 5-6 away from home, and Raheem Sterling to score the first goal.
Yep.
Very, very original. OK, final game, Saturday, 5:30 kickoff at the Emirates. Arsenal are playing QPR. Arsenal red-hot favourites, 1-4, the shortest on the Premier League coupon. Is that right?
Yes, absolutely.
Another favourite. Best bang it. Go on then.
Arsenal only lost once at the Emirates all season. QPR have lost all 8 away games in the Premier League this season. I mean, it's a no-brainer. The one thing you can say about this game is I do expect goals. I think QPR know how to score a goal. Arsenal are conceding goals. Both teams to scorers coming in 6 of the 8 games at the Emirates this season, and I fancy that to come in again.
Arsenal have only failed to score in 3 of their games this season, so they do score goals. Charlie Austin obviously is QPR, so this is Charlie Austin against Arsenal. Charlie Austin is 5-2 to score any time. Hat-trick of the weekend, do you like that?
I do. I think if QPR are going to score, Charlie Austin's the one who's going to pop up with the goal. But as I say, I think both teams to score and Arsenal to win around 9-5 is a good bet.
I like that look at that. 3-5 QPR. Sorry, 3 of the last 5 QPR games, both teams have scored, and they've only won once in the last 15 visits. So even though it's short price odds, I think that QPR will get beat here and Arsenal will win. What's your first double bubble?
My double bubble on this one, Alexis Sanchez, 7-2.
Another favourite.
Not the favourite, Giroud's the favourite.
What, joint favourite?
I don't know. I didn't look.
Have you ever looked at anybody, or have you ever tipped anything up double figure odds? Ever?
But there's a reason it's double figure odds, and you're chucking your money down the drain, really.
But have you ever? That's a serious.
I have. Yeah, absolutely, I have.
What on?
I do a few accumulators every now and again. You know what I mean? Plenty of odds. Don't worry about
1-5, 27, 1-5 shots. OK, Chris, so let's go over a recap. What's your napper today? What the Boxing Day fixture list?
My nap on the Boxing Day fixture list is going to be Chelsea to win 2-0, 6-5.
I quite like the look of that. I agree with Chris there. I do think Chelsea will win 2-0. I think that's a great bet with BoyleSports at the moment, these sides to win 2-0. And Mourinho now has got this Chelsea side looking like the old Mourinho and the old Chelsea, where they're grinding out results 1 or 2-0. I'm going for a festive fourfold, and maybe Tifwick wins, week 2 could have a jumper like Chris next year. I'm going for Chelsea to win 2-0, agreeing with Chris on that one. I'm going for over 2.5 goals in Man United v Newcastle. I'm going for under 2.5 goals with Burnley v Liverpool. And I'm going for both teams to score in Arsenal v QPR. I'd like to wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a very prosperous New Year. We'll be back looking ahead to the New Year's Eve fixture list. Chris, thank you for all your help on the Betzone all last year. Apologies for all your tips, but thanks for all your help nevertheless. And I hope you all have a very happy Christmas.
Yep, and Merry Christmas to everyone out there too.
Take care, and we'll see you all soon.